current query I have in my tab, which is non-gym users. I mean, it's not exactly correct query, but I just got some sample query. Okay. You will be given some query to find something from your tables. Okay. Once you run that query successfully, it should return you some result. And the final task they expect from you is to prepare the report using this query, print that report, and produce it as an evidence. Okay, so this will be the final task in your multitasking exam. For this, once we have any particular query, we can close the rest of the things, and we go back to the create ribbon, table, queries, forms, and the last part is report. In the report section, similar to form, we can use the report wizard. On the report wizard, it will ask you from which query you want to actually generate the report. Okay. In exam, you will definitely have more than one queries there. You will have at least 3 to 4 different queries. So you pick whichever query from the list, and it will show you all the available fields from your query. Either you select all the queries, just like we done for the form, or they might tell you specifically that print a report showing only these particular fields. Okay. They might ask you also that show these fields in the report in this particular order. So you have to be careful when you read the instructions to exactly understand which order they have asked you. So if they give you a particular order, maybe customer number, and after that, if you want customer name, customer address, postcode, and then maybe I want gender. So make sure you highlight gender field and put that. So first select the field based on the question given to you, and then accordingly insert it to the report section. So I've done that. This is the order. This is how the report will get printed in that order. Click on the next. Here it will ask you that when you print the report, do you want to group it in a particular way? Okay, grouping is also, they might give you that group all the results based on the car category, or based on genders, or based on the marks scored, and so on. So you can just pick based on which category they have asked you to do the grouping. Maybe, let's say I want to print my report based on all the genders. Okay, so it will print my report male and all the results under the male, and then the females results under the females. So the reporting will be in terms of the category and the group. Let's say if I'll do gender. This is how it appears. It will pick your gender list on top, and it will show you the columns under the group category. Once we do that, they will not ask you to do the grouping of something which is not there in the list. Okay, so the grouping question will be based on the whichever field you have in your list, right? Then you just do next. The final printing, when it will do after the grouping, also you can specify the results in the report should be in any particular order. So maybe from the list I want to print customer numbers in ascending or descending order. We can choose. Maybe I want all the people who got the car or postcodes in descending order, customer name in ascending order, and so on. You can select the sorting of your conditions. This is also, they will tell you, okay, that print the report with this is ascending and that ascending or descending orders. So once we select that, just do next. How would you like to lay it out? So you want to do it as a block report, outline, staple, if it's stepped reports. I'm just going to take a step, so it will show me my group and then the further categories one by one, like that. Either portrait or landscape. If they don't give instruction, then you can print in anything. But most likely they will tell you to do landscapes, because reports goods look normally with a landscape, as we have lots of columns. So ideally landscape should be good. And that's it. When you go next, the name of the report they will also tell you. You can just write whichever they tell you. Preview the report or modify the report's design. Well, modifying you can do afterwards as well. Okay? Same like form. If I just say finish, preview, done. That's my grouping by gender. All the records of females in one look, all the records of men in that particular ascending, descending, which we have selected, and job done. You can even click on, there's a page setup. You can make sure the page is correctly set up. You can do the prints and just print to whichever printer you want. Okay. Well, before you print, they will definitely ask you some styling. Change this color, change the heading, add image in the header, add your name in the footer. So those kind of very basic styling instructions. To do that, this is your reports tab. Right click on it. Go to the design view of your report. And like the form, it gives you header, footer, the details of your form. So you can add as much as you want. This now means it will print the computer system date and time. Okay. If they ask you to add anything else, you can simply add your name and so on. This is your page headers. That's your gender headers, and these are your details. This is your header of the actual report. Now, similarly, we can even drag it in the center. Gym report. Group by females. Group by gender. This is a style sheet of your report. You can control the width, height of your reports. By going into the home button, you can control the fonts, change the font colors. By going into the design, you can insert the image. You can copy the image, move it back. Here, exactly same like form. Sometimes they will ask you to change the column names in the report as well. So if I change these page headers, these are the headings of my columns, not in the table, in the report. So if I change the headings here, it will only change that in the report, not in the actual table. So in a final printout, let's say I want to change customer number to customer ID. Address, I just want to make it capital A, or postal address, just like that. Customer name, I want to make it looks proper in the report. Yeah. So you can make minute changes in your form. When you save those changes, go back to the report view. You see the headings are changed now. Customer ID and postcode is too close to each other. So you can go back to design view and you can control how they should look. Okay, save it, report view, nicely organized. So spend some time in just giving a bit of final touches. Some touches they will tell you. Change the font, do the heading in this style, change the columns to this name, and so on. Apart from that, if you have a time, you can do as much as you want. But the basic you must do as per the instructions. And then, if all's well, save it, print preview. That's your print preview of the report. Print it. Whichever printer, you should print it in color, as it's it has some colors. And that's it, really. as a final evidence for printing reports.